Victor Gao, Chair Professor at Soochow University, joins us now from Beijing. Victor, what more can we expect in a response from Beijing? Do you think we could see more military exercises around the island?
Thank you very much for having me. I think this new act of violation on the part of the United States is a part of a whole series of activities recently engaged by the United States in violation of the One China policy. Now, this initiative on the surface is about trade between Taiwan and the United States. However, the whole exercise seems to treat Taiwan as a sovereign country. This is, again, a very serious violation of the One China policy, and I'm afraid China will need to take initiative to retaliate against this. I hope people in Washington will realize that the stake involving the stability across the Taiwan Strait right now is very high in the wake of the illicit visit by Nancy Pelosi to Taiwan earlier this month. So any further action by the United States in the wrong direction may really push the situation beyond the point of no return. China stands for peaceful reunification. However, if the United States keeps doing one thing after another, for example, which added together may really completely change the fact that Taiwan is a part of China, and the United States seems very eager to create the impression and also the reality that Taiwan is not part of China. So China will have no other option but to take real action to make sure that this One China policy is fully reflected on the ground.
Victor, what do you make of the timing of these trade talks, which are still forthcoming? Could this just be political bolster ahead of the U.S. midterm elections? Because these, again, are just talks, not a trade deal. But what happens if it does get that far?
Indeed, I think many of these initiatives by the United States have something to do with the midterm or domestic politics in the United States. On the other hand, there is also strong indication that these activities and initiatives, sometimes taken by the legislative branch, sometimes by the executive branch, for example, if you add them together, then they actually have a linear effect. They move in the same direction in a cumulative way, and the result is really changing the reality of one China, and Taiwan is part of China, and the People's Republic of China is the sole legal representative of China. Now, what China can do is simple. China needs to take actions to demonstrate to the United States and all the other countries involved that China is very firm and very serious about the One China policy. After Nancy Pelosi's visit, China did massive military exercises, and now the reality involving Taiwan is completely changed. For example, there is no middle line in the Taiwan Strait. China's military is already patrolling the waters to the east of the Taiwan island, meaning China is starting to exercise jurisdiction or administration of Taiwan as a province of Taiwan. Now, any further action in the wrong direction by the United States will push China in the direction that it needs to deepen its exercises, doing more exercises, doing more regular military patrol, for example, and everything will get closer and closer to Taiwan's beach lines itself.
Victor,
now,
we're almost out of time,
but more tension, definitely.
We're almost out of time, but I have to ask you one more quick question. Could this jeopardize a potential face-to-face meeting between Presidents Xi and Biden, which Biden mentioned he was hoping to happen after their phone call last month?
Well, I think China will not allow the United States to take one wrong step after another in the wrong direction. And the G20 is going to happen, and it is expected that both the Chinese President Xi Jinping and the U.S. President Biden will be there. Hopefully they will meet face to face, because this is a very rare opportunity for them to sit down and exchange views. However, if there are more and more wrong initiatives by the United States, I personally believe that China may not decide to hold such one one-on-one, face-to-face meeting, because we cannot send the wrong message to the United States. We cannot do something which the Americans may take to mean that China does not care about the one China policy. No, we do care. We care very much. And I think China as a nation will need to do things to convince the United States that they can no longer take one wrong decision after another in the wrong direction.